It's time once again then for qualifying here at Silverstone on what we're hoping will be a tight contest for pole position. This is a track that tends to ask quite a lot of the tyres, both front and rear. So is it fair to say a great deal of management will be needed in order to do well here?
Tyre wear is always something you have to consider to a certain degree. Finding a good car balance that suits the circuit will help prolong the life of the tyre, but it's true that some circuits, such as this one, are more challenging than others. How hard you can push them depends on your strategy and how tight the battle is around you.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Mr. Monaco, Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
We're right back where it all began. The very first World Championship Grand Prix was held here at Silverstone in 1950, with Giuseppe Farina taking the top step of an all-Alfa Romeo podium. He earned 9 championship points that day on his way to the inaugural title. His winning total at the season's end, just 30 points. My, how times have changed. So let's see who can reach the top step of the modern podium today. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Let's talk about Mr. Monaco. As with all the drivers at this level, they have a lot of ambition, but Formula One's a daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
And unfortunately, I don't think they're meeting those expectations at this point. The team took a gamble on a new driver, and so far it's not paying off. Excuses don't last long in this sport, so I hope that they're able to find some improvement soon.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Mr. Monaco lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Albon, Perez, Norris, Magnussen and Daniel Kvyat, Grosjean, Ricciardo, Nico Hülkenberg and Sainz, Gasly, Raikkonen, Lance Stroll and George Russell. Giovinazzi and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks. The start we were looking for, but it's not over yet. Stay focused. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Okay, we have an issue with the control electronics box. That's going to do additional damage to all other power unit components. The gap to the car ahead is 1.5 seconds. This is your final lap of the race. Okay, good work, great pass. Don't race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
What on earth was that performance? Come on, this isn't bumper cars at the fairground. Your results and conduct here matter, so pay more attention. We can't afford too many races like that.